Hey everyone, welcome back to Pop Culturally Challenged. My name is David. This is my beautiful wife Toni.
Hello.
And tonight we're going to be watching Toni's pick of the month for September. This is The American President. What are we watching?
You just said so.
Not to them. I don't know if this is going to be like a Smoking the Bandit gag reel at the end or what.
Okay. American President.
I just said that. What is it? Why did you pick it?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think somebody recommended it or something. I don't know.
Okay. So this is The American President. Was there any specific reason you chose this, or what were you thinking going into this one?
I honestly don't know. I probably picked it months ago or something, or watched the trailer months ago, and I have forgotten. I don't know why I picked it.
This is what I deal with. Okay, so we're watching your pick of the month that you don't know anything about.
No.
You don't know who's in it, when it was made, what it's about, nothing?
It's about the American president.
Do you know what kind of movie it is? Action, drama, suspense, mystery?
I would suspect drama.
Okay. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I've never seen it, so.
I don't know. I'm sure you showed me trailers months ago and said, okay, do you like this one or do you like that one or whatever? And we made a list, and I honestly don't remember diddly squat.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's get to this movie that you picked that you don't remember. And hopefully it's a good one.
Right.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of The American President. If you'd like to see the full-length reaction to this and everything else that we reacted to, we will put the link to our Patreon down below. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share.
Turn on the notification bell, because I do remember to say that.
Yes. And on that note, on with the show. So I read a little bit about this.
I thought you said you didn't know anything about it.
Well, you like presidential horror movies, right? And right, I mean, Halloween's coming, so.
No way.
I don't know anything about this.
I thought you'd be turning cartwheels this morning, Lewis. 63% job approval.
That is good news, sir.
Morning, Mr. President.
Charlie.
Morning, Charlie.
So the press is going to need an explanation.
Like Charlie didn't notice
Yeah.
her.
Sir, Mr. Kodak left a detailed breakdown of the approval poll for you. He seemed to indicate that it was very good news.
63% of it, at any rate.
He must have Mondays every day.
I would imagine so.
All right, let's get going. Where's Leon?
John, will you call Mr. Kodak and tell him the president's waiting?
This feels like The West Wing, just very, like, non-stop. One thing after another.
We're all here, Mr. President.
Okay.
He can't see it for himself?
63% of registered voters think we're doing a good job.
Wait a second. You wanted me to poll registered voters?
We don't get our crime bill through Congress, those numbers are going to be a memory.
And I tell my morning press gaggle that gun control is...
Crime control, Robin. Gun control means we're wimps and we're soft on crime.
Mr. President, we campaigned on this issue. I understand we took them out when we were in the low 40s, but we could push it through now.
After the elections, Lewis.
Let's take this 63% out for a spin. Let's see what it could do.
We can't take it out for a spin. We need it to get reelected.
Can I just say, to return to the subject for one moment, that it might be easier to fight a war on drugs if we weren't arming drug dealers?
Did the president read the letter?
The president's pissed as hell, Susan. That letter was a stupid move.
Then I think we should stand by every
This
word.
is the guy who needed our help 4 years ago, Susan. He's incredibly popular. He's going to win re-election in a walk, and he could give a shit what we stand by. I'm bringing in some help.
We don't need another environmental expert to confirm what every other environmental expert
Not an
already
environmental
knows.
expert. A professional political strategist.
Who?
Sidney Ellen Wade.
Christ, Leo, that woman doesn't know the first thing about the environmental lobby.
Mr. President, your cousin Judith's come down with the flu and won't be able to join you Thursday night.
Sorry to hear that. Remind me to give her a call later today.
You gonna go stag?
It's not a problem.
No, we've never gone wrong parading you around as a lonely widower.
Oh.
Mr. President, that was an incredibly thoughtless remark. I would never dream of insulting you or the memory of your wife.
That's okay. Forget it.
Ouch.
What you got behind your back?
I have a little surprise for you.
Is it a dirt bike?
Is it a really old 7th grade textbook of yours that you're gonna make me read cover to cover and discuss at dinner and drive me crazy with?
Well, I'm not comfortable with the really old part, but everything else you said was true. Come on, all your other teachers say you're happy, you're enthusiastic, you always raise your hand. Mr. Linder says you never participate unless he calls on you, and then even then it's a one-word answer.
I guess I'm just not... I don't know.
This is exciting stuff. It's about who we are and what we want. Read what it says on the first page.
Property of Gilmore Junior High.
The next page, Luce.
We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union...
Now, you see what I mean? It grabs you right off the bat. This is a page-turner.
Do you see it as part of your job to torture me?
No, just one of the perks. See you tonight, honey.
How soon can you deploy them?
We can airlift them in the morning. They'll have CSTAT operational in 20 days.
Okay, let's move on it. Thank you, gentlemen.
It almost seems like he has to make a decision like that and then move on. It's going. You can't like take any time to stew on something.
Robin said something to me today, and I know she wouldn't have said it if... forget it. I'll see you in the morning.
Good night, Mr. President.
AJ.
Yes, sir.
When we're out of the office and alone, you can call me Andy.
Whatever you say, Mr. President.
He walked him down the hallway and he had to take his suitcase with him, his briefcase, and that was a pretty big briefcase.
Hi, I'm Sydney Ellen Wade.
He just needs your driver's license.
I'm from Virginia.
He doesn't care.
I'm here for a meeting with Mr. McInerney.
He doesn't need to know that.
Sydney Ellen Wade of Virginia? Not from Dad.
The environmental lobby has known no greater ally in the White House than President Shepard.
Sydney, we should leave Mr. McInerney alone now. He's already given us more time.
Mr. McInerney doesn't want us to leave him alone because Mr. McInerney's not yet done what he needs to do today. Leon Kodak is as good as it gets when it comes to electoral strategy, and I'm certain he's told the president exactly what I'd tell him. You gotta nail down Michigan and California, where they make cars and airplanes and they burn plenty of fossil fuels.
It's really time
Susan,
for
I
us to-
promise you the White House Chief of Staff will not let us leave here until he's broken the bad news.
Wow.
California. The president has asked me to convey to you that he's sending his energy bill to the floor with a call for a 10% reduction. The president is willing to go it alone on this, but he's asking for, and frankly, he's expecting the full support of the GDC.
The president's expecting our full support.
Yes, he is.
The
Sydney.
president's dreaming, AJ. The president
Sydney?
has critically misjudged reality. If he honestly thinks that the environmental community is going to whistle a happy tune just because he's a nice guy and he's done better than his predecessors, then your boss is the chief executive of Fantasyland.
Let's take him out back and beat the shit out of him. Jay suggested I come by and say hello. You wouldn't be Sydney Ellen Wade by any chance, would you?
Mr. President, I'm, don't know what to say. I'm speechless.
All evidence to the contrary. You have a second?
Of course.
Janie, would you show Miss Wade to the rec room, please?
Is that the Oval Office?
Yep.
Yeah. Why did he call it the rec room?
I don't know. That's where all the fun stuff happens, I guess. Yeah, all the big stuff.
Mr. President, what you saw in there was nothing more than vanity run amok. I was showing off for a colleague who doesn't think very much of me. I am monumentally sorry for having insulted you like that.
Are you under the impression I'm mad at you?
Well,
Sydney, seldom does a day go by when I'm not burned in effigy. Sydney, at 20%, we're 34 votes shy in the House. It can't be done. If you can get 24 votes, I'll get you the last 10.
do I have your word on that, sir?
Absolutely. Are you hungry? I skipped breakfast. You want to have a donut? Coffee or something?
The GDC has been at every president for the last decade and a half that global warming is a calamity.
Uh-oh.
If you don't live up to the deal you just made, come New Hampshire, we're going to go shopping for a new candidate.
You can't do that, Sydney.
With all due respect, Mr. President, who's going to stop me?
Well, if you go through that door, the United States Secret Service. That's my private office.
Leo Solomon phoned. He said he was thrilled with the deal you made this morning. It's a waste of time.
But it's not our time. GDC makes a big push to get the votes. When they come up short, we move in with a softer bill, get it passed. We're everybody's hero.
Also, Sidney Wade called.
Did she say anything about me? She didn't say anything about me.
Well, no, sir, but I could pass her a note before study hall.
What would happen if I called Sydney Wade and asked her to be my date at the state dinner on Thursday evening?
President can't just go out on a date.
Well, why not? Jefferson did. Wilson did.
Mr. President, this is an election year. If you're looking for female companionship, we can make certain arrangements.
I'm a single adult. I met a woman who I'd like to see again socially. Now, how is that different from what Wilson did?
The difference is he didn't have to be president on television.
So what are you saying?
I'm saying we'll take a hit.
This is not the business of the American people.
With all due respect, sir, the American people have a funny way of deciding on their own what is and what is not their business.
I like her, AJ. Stop being my chief of staff for 1 minute.
Give her a call.
I would have suspected the roles to
Richard,
be
it
turned.
wasn't funny.
Yeah, mostly because I've seen him as president in West Wing, so. And he is older, too.
I stood in the middle of the Oval Office and I made it absolutely clear that from now on, he who doesn't take the GDC seriously does so at his peril. And then you walked out the wrong door.
Yeah, hi, is this Sydney?
Leo?
No, this is Andrew Shepard.
Oh, it's Andrew Shepard. Yeah, you're hilarious, Richard. You're just a regular riot.
Oh, well, I'm so glad you called because I forgot to tell you today what a nice ass you have.
I'm also impressed that you were able to get my phone number given the fact that I don't have a phone. Good night, Richard.
Oh, this isn't Rich.
He must really like her.
Hello? Sydney?
Are you learning impaired?
Listen, do me a favor. Hang up the phone. Hang up the phone, then dial 456-1414. When you get the White House operator, give her your name and tell her you want to speak to the president.
No, it's not possible I did this twice in one day.
Good evening, the White House. Hello?
Hi. My name's Sydney Ellen Wade. I'd like to,
The president's expecting your call, ma'am. I'll put you right through.
Uh-oh.
Mr. President, I'm sure there's an appropriate thing to say at this moment.
Should I call you at the office tomorrow?
No, of course not. I mean, yes, you can call me anytime you want. This is fine. Right now is fine. When I said of course not, I meant... Come to think of it, how did you get this number?
How did I get the number? That's a good question. I don't know, probably the FBI. As you probably know, the French have elected themselves a new president. I was wondering if maybe you wanted to go with me. And, well, that's it. That's why I was calling.
I'm honored. I'm equal to the task. I won't let you down, sir.
Sydney, this is just dinner. We're not going to be doing espionage or anything. I'm going to have a very nice woman named Marcia Bridgeport call you, and she's the White House social secretary. When she calls you and tells you her name is Marcia Bridgeport, it'll help if you give her the benefit of the doubt.
Mr. President, thanks for asking me, really. This is a first for me.
Me too.
I still got it.
Wow. I didn't think you'd have to go through that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, the president's going to be there. I'm sure you would.
That's a little tight, Luce.
It's supposed to be tight. It's supposed to make you look regal.
Is it supposed to cut off the blood flow to my face?
As he like turns it.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Lucy, is this okay? Am I having dinner with a lady?
Dad, it's totally okay.
You sure? Because if there's anything you want to talk about...
Dad.
You know, I'm a little nervous.
You'll be fine. Just be yourself.
Be myself.
Yeah, and compliment her shoes.
Thank you. Miss Wade? Oh, hi. Good evening. The president would like you to join him upstairs in the residence.
I guess she must have already had a dress for this occasion.
I think that lady who called her probably got it for her.
Do I date a lot?
Yeah.
No, how about you?
Lately, I seem to be going out on a lot of first dates.
Well, then you're experienced at this.
Oh, yeah, you can ask me anything.
Well, how are we doing so far?
It's hard to say at this point. So far, it's just your typical first date stuff.
The President of the United States.
Oh, by the way,
Accompanied by
nice shoes.
the President of France and Madame.
Could she even see her shoes?
Probably not.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Yeah.
Why don't you take me to a fancy dinner like that?
So I'm not the president. But I'll tell you what, if I ever am the president, I'll take you to dinner like that. Yeah.
Mr. President,
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
President and Mrs. Dostier look bored. They're not talking to anyone.
Bored or dead?
Sydney, I don't suppose that...
Président, nous sommes tous habillés. Nous avons ce merveilleux orchestre, une pièce magnifique.
That's my date. You didn't dissolve our trade agreements, did you?
No, I just said we're sitting in this beautiful room, listening to the music of this wonderful orchestra, and I wondered why nobody was dancing.
Would you like to dance?
Yeah, I guess.
You wouldn't even have to say yes, sir, to me.
If you asked me to dance, I'd be like, what is wrong with you? Of course I would.
See, we wouldn't be so formal as them, though, on a date. They look happy.
200 pairs of eyes are focused on you right now with two questions. Who's this girl and why is the president dancing with her?
Well, the 200 pairs of eyes are not focused on me. They're focused on you. And the answers are Sydney Ellen Wade, because she said yes.
That's interesting how they made her short hair look like an updo. That was a double vacuum.
Was it? I didn't notice.
Janie, can you get me the number of a local florist?
I'll take care of it, sir. Where do you want them sent?
No, I want to do it myself. I just need the number.
I don't understand. I don't understand, sir. Is there a problem
Janie, I
with
want to
the...
send some flowers. I want to do it myself. I don't want to staff it out. I don't want to issue an executive order. I just want a phone number.
I'll get it for you right away, sir.
Mr. President, we need 5 minutes of your time
I'll be
before
with you in
scheduling.
2 minutes. I just need to make a call.
She got it that fast?
Wow.
Who we calling, sir?
I'm calling the Organization of the United Brotherhood of It's None of Your Damn Business, Louis. I'll be with you in a second.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hi, good morning. How do I get an outside line? Yes, hi, good morning. Is this Carmen's House of Flowers? Good, I'd like to order some flowers, please. Well, tell me, what is the state flower of Virginia? Well, is there anybody there who might know?
I don't have the internet back then.
Janie, what is the state flower of Virginia?
Mrs. Chapel, State Flower, Virginia.
Dogwood.
It's a dogwood. Really? Janie, the dogwood is a tree, it's not a flower.
Actually, it's a tree and a flower.
The dogwood is a tree and a flower. I'd like a dozen, please. How about roses? Simple, classic, 2 dozen?
Dandy.
Janie, do you know where my credit cards are?
They're in storage in Wisconsin with the rest of your personal items.
Perhaps it would be better if you bill me for the flowers. I'm sure it'll be all right with your boss. Well, I don't know if you recognize my voice, but this is the president of the United States. Hello?
All right. Just get her to order them for you.
Leo, it was crazy. He called me at home.
Did you sleep with him?
Whoa.
I hired your reputation, Sidney. I hired a pit bull, not a prom queen. You have a chance to get everything you want. Run a national campaign. Be a major player inside the party. But this relationship had better go all the way, because with the leader of the free world, there's no halfway. And if this doesn't work out, the amount of time it'll take you to go from being a hired gun to a cocktail party joke can be clocked with an egg timer.
It was one night. It's done.
Mr. Solomon,
Wasn't
this
she
was
the
just
wife
delivered
of
by
regarding
White House
Henry?
Messenger. It's marked perishable.
The White House has sent me something perishable?
It's from Miss Wade.
I'm sure it's just a formality.
It's from him.
Of course it's from him.
So he had some staff flunky send me a fruit basket.
Well, he wrote the note himself. The
That's-
messenger said he waited in the Oval Office for 10 minutes while the president wrote the card.
Took him 10 minutes to write the card?
Apparently, he went through several drafts.
Not impressed, I see.
What is it?
A ham.
You're the president's girlfriend.
There's never an egg timer around when you need one.
I thought she was going to bring the ham back.
Yeah.
Well, I certainly hope the Sydney issue refers in some way to a problem that we're having with Australia, because if it's anything other than that,
Mr. President, Ms. Wade is here to see you.
there is no Sydney issue.
Thanks for seeing me on such short notice.
No problem. Did you get the ham?
Yes, I got the ham.
I wanted to send you
Thanks.
some flowers, but there appear to be some kinks in the system.
I have one concern.
This wouldn't have to do with the fact that one of us is president. I'm not mocking you, honest. I'm just a guy asking a girl over for a meal.
What's that?
That's my ride. Have dinner with Lucy and me. It's meatloaf night. I mean, how presidential can that be?
Oh, well,
7:30?
Wow, that's so pretty.
Yeah, isn't it?
Hi,
Hi.
are you Miss Wade?
Sydney.
Hi, Lucy Shepard. Nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My dad told me to tell you that he's on the phone with his dentist.
Your father's on the phone with his dentist?
No, he told me to tell you that he's on the phone with his dentist. He wants you to think he's a regular guy.
All right.
That's a regular guy.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, sweetheart.
It was nice to meet you, Sydney.
Do you like the 25-cent tour?
Okay.
Yeah. This is the dish room.
Not the
Wow.
dish room.
Yeah, it is. It's the room with all the dishes.
It's the china room.
You're getting your romance here.
Mr. President, have you ever noticed how similar the Van Buren flatware is to the Buchanan flatware?
Do you think there'll ever be a time when you can stand in a room with me and not think of me as the president?
I'm always going to be a lobbyist. And you're always going to be the president. Do you think this is a good idea?
Probably not.
Mr. President.
Oh.
Really?
I have a secure call from the sit room.
Get it? Wait.
And we're gonna hit Libyan intelligence headquarters?
The NSA confirmed they're the ones who planned the bombing.
Well, the Libyan IHQ looks like it's in the center of downtown Tripoli. What else are we gonna hit? And how many people are working in the building?
We've been all through the...
How many people are working in the damn building?
There are 3 shifts of...
The fewest. What shift has the fewest people? The night shift, right?
By far, sir. Mostly custodial staff.
What time does the night shift start?
They're on now, sir.
Sir, it's immediate, it's decisive, it's low risk, and it's a proportional response.
Mr. President.
Attack.
Sir, what do you think about a national address?
Last thing I want to do is put the Libyans center stage. What I did tonight was not about political gain.
Yes, but it can be, sir. What you did tonight was very presidential.
Somewhere in Libya right now, a janitor's working the night shift at the Libyan intelligence headquarters. He's going about doing his job because he has no idea in about an hour he's going to die in a massive explosion. There's no idea that about an hour ago, I gave an order to have him killed.
Why did I have to kiss him?
You kissed him? And then what happened?
He had to go and attack Libya.
It's always something. Answer the phone.
I don't want to go over there.
Answer the phone.
All right, but I'm going to end it on the phone. I just came over to tell you why I can't see you anymore. Look, I know you've had a tough day.
Well, not as tough as some. Would you like a drink? Here, let me take your coat.
Mr. President, this isn't gonna work. This has catastrophe written all over it. If I were on your staff, I would tell you that the absolute worst thing you can do coming into an election year is to open yourself up to character attacks.
Why aren't you on my staff?
You can't afford me.
How much do you make?
More than you do, Mr. President.
You know what your problem is?
What's my problem?
Sex and nervousness. Last night, when we were looking at those place settings in the dish room, those place settings were provided by the first ladies, and I'll bet none of those first ladies were nervous about having sex with their president husbands because they weren't presidents when they first met them. That's not the case here.
May I use your bathroom for a moment?
Go right through there, right behind you. Okay, you're attracted to me, but the idea of physical intimacy is uncomfortable because you only know me as the president.
They're in their bed, in his bedroom?
Yeah.
Here's my plan. We're gonna slow down, and when you're comfortable, that's when it's gonna happen.
Or now.
Are you nervous?
No.
Good. My nervousness exists on several levels. Any expectations that you might have, given the fact that I'm...
The most powerful man in the world.
Exactly, thank you. I think it's important you remember that's a political distinction that comes with the office.
Does New Hampshire...
Sydney?
Hi. I wanted to leave the building before the press corps got here.
I have those same thoughts every day of my life. Come on in, Louis.
Good morning, Mr. President. Hiya, Sydney.
So what's the situation?
Camped out at every exit.
Who? Who's camped out?
The press.
The press is camped out?
Should have taken a cab, Sydney.
I think the important thing is not to make it look like we're panicking.
See, and I think the important thing is actually not to be panicking.
Morning, Mr. President.
Morning.
They get there at 5 o'clock in the morning.
The president returned from Panama this evening after a 3-day tour through Central America.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Day 15 of the Sydney Watch. Is the world's most eligible bachelor off the market?
Hey, I could have worn my hat.
Yeah. We didn't even know.
The president's job approval taking an 8-point dip.
8. Wow.
Call me Santa Claus Senator. She's got an FBI file. The picture's old and some of the faces are obscured by the fire, but that's a burning flag.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
Sydney was at a protest rally. They burned a flag.
Today?
About 13 years ago.
In front of the Department of Commerce, anti-apartheid.
The third story on the news tonight was that someone I didn't know 13 years ago when I wasn't president participated in a demonstration where no laws were being broken in protest of something that so many people were against doesn't exist anymore.
I think it's important when we deal with it.
Don't deal with it. Trying to get us to swing at a pitch in the dirt. Nobody wins these fights. It'll go away.
Hello.
Hi, what are you doing? And I feel terrible, but I'm gonna have to cancel our date tonight.
Another woman?
Got to go to St. Louis to avert a massive airline strike. Boy, I hate doing that. She was trying on dresses. Look, there it is. Carmen's House of Flowers. Hey, Coop, we got to stop.
Now?
Well, that's what men do when they break a date.
You gonna hop out, sir?
No, he's not hopping. No hopping, sir.
Haven't they already passed it?
It's closed.
You think there's a florist in there planning an assassination on the off chance I might be stopping by?
It's possible.
It's possible.
Excuse me?
I love the tulips back there.
I will be right with you.
No.
Hey, I don't know if you're the one that I talked to on the phone. We're fine. We'll be back up in the 60s once I get the votes for the crime bill. So what are you doing this weekend? Lucy's spending Saturday night at a friend's house.
What'd you have in mind?
You ever been to Camp David?
I used to go there all the time, but then they changed chefs, and I...
It's sass, right? You're sassing me. I'm gonna have somebody pick you up on Saturday morning.
Okay. Bye.
See, you don't make those kind of plans for me.
Do I have a helicopter to have somebody go pick you up?
No, but you have a car, and it'd be sweeter if you picked me up.
We
wait
live
a
together.
Senator Robson suggested that GDC political director Sidney Ellen Wade may have traded sexual favors.
Wait a minute, Senator.
I am not
'Cause
saying
that's a heck of an
I am
accusation
not
to make,
making
and
an
unless
Let me be very clear about this. I am not making an accusation.
Oh my God, he's making this up as he goes along.
I'm so sorry, Sydney.
I don't even know what we call her. Is she the first mistress?
How do you have patience for people who claim they love America but clearly can't stand Americans?
I have one election left. I don't have the luxury of losing my patience.
I am in love with you. I'm certain of it. But maybe things would be better for you if I just disappeared for a while.
Things will be better when I pass the crime bill. And if you disappeared, I'd find you. Hi,
Mr. President,
Sydney, Merry Christmas.
Hi.
Hello, Sydney.
Hiya, Sid. Did you get stuck on DuPont Circle again?
Oh, I had a terrible meeting today. I totally lost my cool with McSorley, McCluskey, and Shane.
Sat with them a week ago, and they said there was nothing on the president's domestic agenda they were more committed to defeating than the crime bill.
Because McSorley told me that the only thing on the president's domestic agenda that they were more committed to defeating than the crime bill was the fossil fuel package. I'm gonna get a drink and shake this off. When I come back, I'll have some Christmas spirit.
Did what I think just happen? Did the GDC's political director just tell the president and the White House chief of staff that there are 3 votes on the crime bill that can be bought by sticking the fossil fuel package in a drawer?
No. You think Sydney Wade told her boyfriend and her boyfriend's best friend that she had a lousy day?
Uh-oh.
Katie, 10 years from now, any car with an internal combustion engine is going to be considered a collector's item. Come on board. We'll make your Volvo a classic.
I don't know what year this came out, but it was more than 10 years ago.
Is drying up. Now, the president's got to make a move or we're going to die fast and quiet.
What if I do a new poll? We give him detailed public opinion.
And we put Sydney in the new model.
Right.
All right, fine. Let's do it.
That's her apartment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Or house, should I say?
Yeah.
Ooh, wow. What's the occasion?
You're looking at a lady who's 2 votes shy of the promised land.
2 votes.
I got Penny Baker.
Well, no matter what happens, you have every reason to be proud of yourself.
No, I'll be proud when I see you sign the bill.
Well, yeah.
Uh-oh.
No, come on. Now, George, don't tell me that.
Who is Lewis on with?
Jarrett, he's trying to keep his fingers in the dam.
But we're not gonna stay at 41. The numbers are gonna go back up. This is one of those moments. It's just you and the president. Now, what's it gonna be? I'm gonna go to Sam and Harry's. I'm gonna order a big steak, and I'm gonna make a list of everybody who's trying to fuck us this week.
Lewis!
Yeah, well, just vote your conscience, you chicken shit lame ass. We lost Jared.
I hope so. Because, you know, if that was an undecided, then we need to work on our people skills. Mr. President, as of this morning, Sydney only needed one more vote. Now, the Motown 3 have got to be scared blind. I don't think there'll be a better opportunity. And if you agree to stick 455 in a drawer till after the elections, they'll give you the 3 votes.
And we declare victory, sir.
Oh, come on, Leon. There's got to be 3 votes someplace.
There isn't.
Bullshit. There's got to be somebody out there.
Isn't, sir.
Mr. President, I think we have to do this.
AJ, she is 1 vote away. It's important legislation that for the first time has a legitimate chance. She deserves every opportunity.
Gee, you meant Ed, didn't you, sir?
You have something to say to me, Lewis?
I think we should examine the new poll for something more than its value.
Examine
as a
what?
box
They don't like
score.
that I'm going out with Sydney.
It's not that simple.
264 million people.
264 million people don't give a damn about your life. They give a damn about their own.
All right, that's enough.
And I want to know what it says to you that in the past 7 weeks, 59% of Americans have begun to question your patriotism.
Look, if people want to listen to
They don't have a choice. Bob Rumson is the only one doing the talking. Not leadership, Mr. President. In the absence of genuine leadership, they'll listen to anyone who steps up to the microphone.
Mr. President, what do you want to do about 455?
Make the deal.
Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Sid, Leo needs to see you. He just got off the phone with McInerney. There's been a development.
So is it called the American president because he's going to pick being the American president over Sydney?
I don't know. Seems like he's doing the best he can with the situation he's in.
What do you think went on here today?
I know exactly what went on here today. I got screwed.
The environment got screwed, Sydney. Nothing happened to you. I don't want to lose you over this.
Mr. President, you got bigger problems than losing me. You just lost my vote.
I'm gonna have Janie clear your schedule for the weekend. You need to get some rest.
You handling me, AJ?
No, sir.
Good.
But I will if you don't start taking your head out of your ass. Lewis is right. Go after this guy.
Has Rumson lied in the past 7 weeks?
Has he lied?
Other than not knowing the difference between Harvard and Stanford, has he said something that isn't true?
Yeah, about his girlfriend. Sexual favors.
Am I not an unmarried father who shared a bed with a liberal lobbyist down the hall from his 12-year-old daughter? Is the view pretty good from the cheap seats, AJ?
I beg your pardon.
Because it occurs to me that in 25 years, I've never seen your name on a ballot. Now, why is that? Why are you always one step behind me?
Because if I wasn't, you'd be the most popular history professor at the University of Wisconsin.
Ooh. Ooh.
If Mary hadn't died, would we have won 3 years ago?
I don't know. But I would have liked that campaign.
For the last couple of months, Senator Rumson has suggested that being president of this country was to a certain extent about character. And I can tell you without hesitation, being president of this country is entirely about character. I've known Bob Rumson for years, and I've been operating under the assumption that the reason Bob devotes so much time and energy to shouting at the rain was that he simply didn't get it. Bob's problem is that he can't sell it. We have serious problems to solve, and we need serious people to solve them. He is interested in 2 things: making you afraid of it and telling you who's to blame for it. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you win elections. Sydney Ellen Wade has done nothing to you, Bob. She has done nothing but put herself through school, represent the interests of public school teachers, and lobby for the safety of our natural resources. You better stick with me. because Sidney Ellen Wade is way out of your league. We've got serious problems, and we need serious people. This is a time for serious people, Bob, and your 15 minutes are up. My name is Andrew Shepard, and I am the president.
Better call the printer, Lewis.
No, we gotta rewrite the State of the Union.
Every word, kid. It's a whole new ball game. You have exactly 35 minutes.
Oh, good. I thought it was gonna be rushed.
Excuse me, sir. Where are you going?
I'm going over to her house. I'm gonna stand outside her door till she lets me in. And I'm not leaving until I get her back.
And how are you going to do that, sir?
Just stay away from DuPont Circle. I hear it's murder this time of day.
Well, if anyone needs me, I'll be in the Roosevelt room, giving Lewis oxygen.
I heard your speech. I was in my car. It just kind of steered its way over here.
I didn't decide to send 455 to the floor to get you back.
And I didn't come back because you sent 455 to the floor.
But it didn't hurt.
We're only a moment or two away from the arrival of President Shepard and his State of the Union address.
There's something I wanted to give you since our first date.
Some flowers.
Dogwood.
These are for you. Well, I've got to go.
Should I stay here?
Walk with me.
How'd you finally do it?
Do what?
Managed to give a woman flowers and be president at the same time.
Well, it turns out I've got a rose garden.
President of the United States!
Really?
Yep.
I would have thought we would have seen the reaction of the other guy.
Yeah. I guess he didn't matter. Didn't matter what his reaction was. All right, that was the American president. What did you think?
That was pretty cool.
Cool. We probably need to say more than that.
I actually wanted to see more. Like, I wanted to see more of the end result.
Yeah. Yeah, they kind of left it wide open. So.
Is there a second one of some sort?
I don't think so. I think this was just a one time.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah. So what did you think of the romance? Did you buy it? Was it believable?
I guess it was believable. It kind of happened a little fast.
Yeah.
You know, but it wasn't like over the top.
Yeah, totally unbelievable. Or anything like that. Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was good. I'm glad you picked it, even though you didn't remember it. So, did you have a favorite part or anything like that?
No, I kind of thought it was nice of him to have the charm or the romance, like he was building it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I think I liked the part where he called her and she, you know, basically hung up on him, and he called back, call this number, ask for that. Like,
that was funny.
Yeah, it felt so much like The West Wing to me. Even just how it was, the pacing to it, you know, like on the scenes that were kind of dealing with actual governing, everything was that kind of fast pace, you know, here's the situation, here's a decision, go, next thing. It was like, wow, yeah. I couldn't function like that. That's pretty crazy, but yeah, it was enjoyable. I mean, I'm not sure I 100% bought the romance. You know, it's kind of, okay. Like you said, it seemed to happen pretty quick, but okay. What were you gonna say?
I mean, it wasn't super forced. It was funny how her insulting him is what kind of started it off.
Yeah. Yeah, he liked to be challenged, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
It I don't know. It was good though. I enjoyed it, and
no tears.
No tears.
Yeah, no tears. There were some
no jumps.
No jumps. There were some laughs. You got your romance. So
yeah.
Yeah, overall a win.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Anything else you want to say about it?
Like, I almost would want to watch it a second time.
Okay.
Just to see if I missed anything.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Just because it was fast-paced.
Yeah, there were some parts where it was just boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
one after another. But
like, I'd hate to have that kind of week.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do that.
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
All right. Anything else you want to say about it?
Nope.
All right. Well, if you guys enjoyed this reaction, please give us a thumbs up. Comment down below. Let us know what you thought of the American president. If you would like to see the full-length reaction to this and everything else we've reacted to, we'll put the link to our Patreon down below. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.